What's going on, guys? It's Loaded Clips, and I'm back with another video for you guys. And today we're going to be talking about Glocks and why you should or shouldn't buy a Glock for yourself. All right. First things first, as you all know, if you're here, if you enjoy the channel, if you like the content, go ahead and drop a like on the video. Much appreciated. It helps the channel grow. It helps people see these videos so that I can keep bringing them to you guys. Definitely got more on the way, so just drop a quick like on the video and let's get right into it. All right. So Glocks. Glocks are easily some of the most popular handguns, probably the most popular handgun that you can buy on the market today. They're kind of known as the most reliable, the old reliable or the old fashioned, get it dirty, put it to work. It's a workhorse and it's just gonna work. That's kind of what Glocks are known for. And so naturally, a lot of people are drawn to them. Not only that, the thing that is popular with a lot of Glocks is because they're so popular, everybody makes parts for them. You can find so many different type of aftermarket parts, so many different type of accessories and things that are compatible with Glocks that you may not necessarily be able to find with other guns or manufacturers. So naturally, people who like guns and like buying different accessories and stuff will buy Glocks because you can do a lot of things to them. And Glock has become pretty notorious for this. And so naturally, it kind of puts in people's head that Glock is just the superior gun. No matter what you say, no matter what you do, no matter what you think, nothing beats a Glock. The Glock is the most reliable thing. And if you're not buying a Glock, what are you even doing? But what if I told you you're probably better off not buying a Glock?
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Hear me out for a second. One of the things that kind of go against Glock is they're kind of expensive. No, they're not the most expensive ones on the market, but they ain't the cheapest either. I understand that they kind of earned that right, but it is just something to consider when you're shopping for a gun. But what you may not know is that not too long ago, the patent that Glock had on a lot of their guns expired, which led to a lot of companies basically making Glocks. Basically, once the patent expired, it allowed companies to copy Glock's design exactly and basically make their own Glocks under their own company name. Companies were literally created by making clones of Glocks. Here's an example of what I'm talking about. This is a Glock 19, and this is a dagger from Palmetto State Armory. What you may not realize by looking at it is that this and this are basically the exact same gun. Now, technically, this is a Gen 5 version of the Glock, whereas the dagger is a clone of the Gen 3 version of the Glock. Aside from that, though, they're basically identical. And on top of them being basically identical, you can get this dagger for half the price that you can get the Glock 19. Now, I know a lot of people are going to be skeptical about the idea of basically buying a cheaper Glock when you could just get the real thing, but you have to understand that these guns are literally made the exact same way with the exact same parts as a real Glock. So they're essentially the same gun. Not only that, one of the things that draw people to Glocks is the fact that they're compatible with so many aftermarket parts. And a lot of people end up changing out most of the parts in a Glock anyway to something completely different. You can do the same thing to something like a dagger. So if you're going to change out the parts anyway, you might as well save some money on the front end and get a cheaper version of the same gun that you're going to change and upgrade anyway. Just to show you an example, what I'm going to do is remove the barrel from this Glock. Here it is right here. And I'm going to do the same thing with the dagger. Here's the barrel for the dagger, has the threaded barrel on it, and I'm going to put it now in the dagger slot. And just like that, the barrel is in the dagger now. You can see it's the exact same barrel, no more threaded barrel. That was in my Glock. Slide functions perfectly. I can fire this with no problem. because they're the same gun. Now, I understand that there's always going to be those Glock purists who will never buy anything but a Glock and would never spend money on anything that's copying it. But one thing we have to understand is that people copying other people's technology is good for the industry because it gives room for innovation and improving on a design, or even adding your own little spin to it, or even just providing an alternative option for people who want to save a little bit of money. So if you want to get a Glock, then by all means, get a Glock. But don't be so quick to shut down other budget options like from Palmetto State Armory. On that note, this dagger is actually part of a project I'm working on, and I'm going to be making a lot of upgrades to this, and I cannot wait for it to be finished. Of course, I'm going to show you guys once it's done, and I can't wait to see what you guys think about it. So stay tuned, subscribe to the channel for the future videos so that you'll see what I do to this. Hit the like button on the video, get this video to as many likes as possible. I appreciate you guys watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the video and learned something. And as always, be safe, be smart, be blessed, and I'll catch y'all in the next one.